Hey, boys and girls. I'm glad to see you. Give me a minute. I'll be down. Oh, I'm okay, boys and girls. Hey, boys and girls, Mr. Tim here. I'm so glad you joined us again on our adventure as we set out in the wilderness to discover the truth about who is our God. Now remember, we get to earn badges each week that represent that lesson. And the way we earn our badges is by saying our memory verse and doing something that represents that badge. So this week, let's set out on our adventure as we set out to discover the meaning of the word prayer. So today, our Bible story can be found in 2 Kings chapter 20, verses 1 through 6. And we find King Hezekiah has become very sick and he's not doing so well. So God sent the prophet Isaiah to tell him that he was about to die from his sickness. But see, now once King Hezekiah heard this news, he began to pray and cry out to the Lord saying, "Remember, O Lord, how I walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion and have done what is good in your eyes." Now, before Isaiah had left the palace, God instructed him to return with a new message. So Isaiah turned around and went back to Hezekiah and told him this new message. "The Lord has heard your prayers and he has seen your tears. So I will heal you and add 15 more years to your life." Wow, did you hear that? God heard King Hezekiah's prayer and he responded. God responds to us when we remain in a relationship with him. Hezekiah remembered this even when he was really sick. We can pray confidently because God hears all of our prayers, even when things are tough in our lives. This is what Hezekiah did. He trusted God and he asked for help. God wants us to know that we can come boldly before him. He wants to talk to us and he wants us to talk to him. All right, boys and girls, now it's time for an experiment to show the importance of prayer. Here I have a vase full of water, and this water represents God. He's pure, he's holy, and he's awesome. Now we have direct access to pray and talk to God directly. But something happens that we don't feel like we have that clear access to him. We get fears, doubts, and worries, and they cloud our mind. And when it does, it kind of creates like a barrier around God. And what happens is we don't think he hears and he listens to our prayers because we've got so many doubts, so many worries and fears. But when we start to pray for our brothers and our sisters, it goes right through all that fear and worry and God can hear it. Then when we start to pray for our teachers at school, that goes through our fears and worries as well. And God continues to hear our prayers. Continue to add more and more prayers, and God hears each and every one of those coming through each way. And in the same way that God heard Hezekiah's prayer when he was sick and about to die, God hears our prayers in the same way. So no matter how many fears or worries or doubts clear and cloud our mind, God can hear our prayers. So we have just learned that no matter what is happening in our lives, we have direct access to talk to God through prayer. Whether good or bad, God hears our prayers. In the same way that you talk to your parents or friends, that is the same way we can talk to God. Now, I have some special friends who are going to introduce our memory verse and what you can draw in your My Thankful journals.
Hi everyone, I'm Eden. And I'm Jerica. We are going to say our verse to you.
Do not be anxious about anything,
but in everything, in prayer and supplication, for thanksgiving,
what I
present your request to God.
Good job.
I'm thankful for church and God and my family.
I'm thankful for my bed and trees and birdies.
And what's that in the tree?
A bird.
Is there a bird's nest right outside your window right now?
Mm-hmm.
Super cool.
Almost done. So this is my little mermaid tail. When I get up from nighttime, is I want to go underwater.
Is that what you're thankful for?
Yeah,
Going underwater?
yeah.
Wow.
Because I want to be a mermaid and breathe underwater.
And I want to be an explorer.
All right, we have continued our adventure and learned our memory verse. You have earned your prayer badge. Woohoo! Now put on your badge. Now you can create your badge at home and you can put it wherever you can be reminded to pray about everything. Thanks for joining us, boys and girls, and we will see you next time as we continue our adventure to find the truth about who is our God. Stick around for our 10:30 service and have a great week.